Continuing our conversation with our fascinating guests, Commander, we were talking about gangs and the role that they play. How do we break the cycle? I mean, gangs have been, I think they're 1% of the population of Long Beach, 5,000 members of gangs in Long Beach. It stays there despite all the programs and all the efforts. Obviously, the gangs are filling a need that society is not filling. How do we address it?
Well, as we said earlier, I think we have to divert them at a young age. We have to get them involved. So when we traditionally have crime spikes, like at spring break and summertime when the youth are out of school, we need to capture them during those times and redirect them to park programs, to cadet programs like the police department offers, or get them jobs during the summer months or during spring break. So that way they're doing creative, active things, so there's no idle hands, and the gangs cannot fill that gap. They're filling it with their own integrity and their own self-esteem with jobs that they're doing.
And yet drugs are a big money maker for the gangs, and it's like someone's going to work at McDonald's when they can make a lot more selling drugs. How do you solve that one?
That is definitely tough, but I think it goes in hand with the integrity and the self-confidence they feel when they have a job or bring home that paycheck. They know that slinging dope is the wrong thing to do, and
they know it.
They know it. Internally, you feel better when you do the right thing.
And I think some of the best trainers and workers are former gang members that go back in and tell the younger kids that this is not the way.
We can have those dialogues. We have police-youth dialogues. We will have dialogues with those that used to be incarcerated to kind of mentor them and push them in the right direction.
Okay, Braden, one of the areas we want to touch on is the newly reconstituted Long Beach Police Foundation. Tell us what they do.
Well, the Long Beach Police Foundation is a group of community and business leaders that have come together and recreated a 501c3 nonprofit that seeks charitable donations for the police department. The purpose is to really to expand our training opportunities, to help us keep abreast of new technologies, and to establish partnerships with the community. And Daniel Walker is our current chairman of the foundation board, and we are very much interested in seeking involvement.
Now, some people might ask, with a budget of $192 million a year, why isn't that enough to cover the needs of the police department?
Well, as I said in an earlier segment, our personnel budget is almost 88% of the police department general fund budget. Our materials, supplies, support, and training represent only about 4% of the budget. And so we've cut way back on what we're able to send our officers to in terms of training. The Police Foundation is helping us pick up some of those gaps. They recently helped fund an officer to go to Israel to learn a little bit more about the way they conduct their own homeland security, and he's training our officers and other agencies back here in the States now.
And I know as a member of the foundation board that the foundation is going to support the police awards ceremony.
They are. We have an awards ceremony coming up in June. It's going to be a little bit different venue this time. We're going to be doing it at the Carpenter Center at Cal State Long Beach, and it's going to be an evening affair. And the Police Foundation is indeed graciously providing the leadership and support for that.
If any of you personally or through your business would like to be involved and help out with the effort, there's a wonderful brochure that's available, and you can go to the website lbpolicefoundation.org. We'll put that website and also a telephone number up at the end of the segment. In the time we have left, Commander, give us just your sense. You've been 19 years with the police department and obviously have risen to high rank. I know you're very well thought of in the department and in the community. Just give us your personal observations of being a police officer, what you've seen, what you've learned.
And I think it's a dynamite job for someone who wants to learn something new every day and experience something new every day and not sit behind a desk all day. It's a great job. Community interaction, you're your own boss. You drive around and stop crimes from being committed and reach out to the community. What better job could you have? And it's been a great ride for me, and I can hopefully have many years ahead of me.
And you told me in the green room that a long time ago you worked for CBS television producing a show.
Well, I was a production assistant.
Production assistant. So you don't miss show business, being out. being out in the field?
No, I'm glad I'm outside. I can drive around in a car and communicate with the community. It's really fun.
Yeah. Well, so many people are tending towards jobs that support the community, and people even giving up big salary jobs in the private sector for doing something which they feel worthwhile. Nothing more basic than police officer for a civilized society. And as you know, Braden, we started the show with a 1-minute tribute to police and fire, week in, week out, who are people that every day risk their lives for total strangers. So through you, representing both sworn and civilian arm of the police department, let me thank you and all of your brethren for what you do for the city every day.
Well, Art, on behalf of Chief Tony Batts, I want to thank you for the support that you give to all of our public safety personnel, policemen and firemen. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, we'll be back with the remaining portions of our show after these messages.
Welcome to McKenna's on the Bay, where fine dining is complemented with a breathtaking view. McKenna's is a restaurant of incredible ambiance, providing service and cuisine with style, class, and romance. The menu offers a variety of appetizers, serious seafood, prime steaks, an oyster bar, and specialty entrees for either lunch or dinner. McKenna's on the Bay features patio dining, nightly entertainment, and 2 banquet facilities. No matter what your occasion, McKenna's on the Bay is like being on vacation. Join us today at McKenna's on the Bay.
Founded in 1976, Polly's Gourmet Coffee is Southern California's most complete gourmet coffee store. Polly's has the best tasting coffee, freshly roasted every day right in the store, plus a wide selection of teas, an in-house bakery, espresso bar, patio dining, and more. We also offer Wi-Fi, free internet access for all of our customers. Our nationwide clientele agree, when it comes to coffee, there's only one name to remember, Polly's, 4606 East 2nd Street, welcoming you into Belmont Shore.
Take care of those who are closest to you, from our family to yours. McCarty's Jewelry, since 1932.
At Naples Rib Company, we've been around for over 20 years for a lot of good reasons.
Our banquet and catering services. Our takeout and delivery.
And our great commercials.
Food fit for a king.
Naples Rib Company for a real meal and a family deal.
I love ribs! I love ribs! I love ribs!
So we don't do great commercials. Find out what we do best at Naples Rib Company.
A fascinating show on a critically important issue, public safety. And we know the budget times are tough and everything's on the table, but nothing more important to a community than public safety. And you know, how much would you want to be paid to walk into a dark alley with someone shooting at you? Think about it that way. But we need to support our police, but they also need to be cognizant of the tough budgetary times that we are in. So, Commander, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you again for your service to our city. And Braden, always a pleasure to see you. Look forward to working with the Police Foundation.
Thank you, Art.
And thank you all for joining us. Please be with us next week for the next edition of our show. Good night, everyone.
Straight Talk has been brought to you by Southern California Edison, the Press Telegram, and Long Beach Magazine. And remember, Straight Talk is viewable worldwide 24/7 at straighttalktv.com.